Welcome to the Snayman podcast, and today we are going to have a banger one as usual. My name is Lulama Anderson.
It's heavily on the side.
Yeah, so I hope on the weekend you were watching the SONA. I know most people don't really care about President Ramaphosa's speech, but I had a bit of a glimpse and I'm disappointed.
Very much disappointed. Very much disappointed.
That SONA, there were no stats. There was nothing Ramaphosa said that actually helped people. Like, you could say, jobs are getting better, the economy is getting better. Where? Who did you actually help? Because the only person that I heard President Ramaphosa speak about was Tintswalo. Tintswalo is a fictional character. Apparently, Tintswalo applies, gets a job, her life is good.
So basically, that's the only person that he managed to help. Out of the numbers that we have in this country, that's the only thing that he has made.
I think maybe Tintswalo is a representation of Ama 350, right?
Oh, yeah. It makes sense. Like, it was just claims. There's nothing tangible we had in this special. It was pure. It was pure. Yeah.
So, okay. Before we broadcasted, you asked a very interesting question. What, during Ramaphosa's tenure, what has he actually achieved?
Damn, he has been in the seat for 10 years.
How long? 4?
That's a very long time. That's a very long time.
Is it been 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, and he hasn't really done much. And I think in the past, the podcast we spoke about it, he hasn't really done anything. Mm-hmm. And he goes as far as to prove me right with everything that I've said in the past podcast. Mm-hmm. He did the exact same thing by delivering what? Nothing.
A speech.
Basically, just wasted our data because I was out here on YouTube because I missed it. And I was out here on YouTube trying to get exactly the information. Oh, maybe he has something going on now. Because it was just a waste.
And what's the funny thing? The only time I started paying attention because my sister was playing the SONA. He started speaking Chitsonga. I was like, Ramaphosa Babla Chitsonga. Okay.
No, he has the nerve. He really has the nerve.
Yeah, and then I was like, Babla Chitsonga. Okay, let me go listen to this guy. What is he exactly saying? And that's what I started paying attention. He started speaking about Tintswalo. Like in that speech, it was bare bone. There was nothing. Even if you missed it, you can't say, man, Umzulu Ramaphosa 10.
Because it's not like there's going to be any tangible change, And it also takes back to how this is so sad. Remember when Malema actually hosted the thing whereby he was slaughtering cows? Go stadium where he was giving people food.
The really the 10-year anniversary.
Yeah. And also in the anniversary that the ANC had got December. Mm-hmm. They were giving people the KFC, and I was like, if you guys were to host the anniversary, that political party, how about we have stalls, people coming in, whereby youth queues somewhere, whereby they're going to be taking their ID numbers, knowing very well the next following week they're going to work, other people are getting houses, service delivery will be there. It would have been productive. So with the celebration that they had in December, it gives us an idea of how it is going to be in the future if ANC gets to win this time around. It's definitely going to be worse than this.
Yeah, I think we need to ask ourselves this question that most people don't ask themselves. What is the point of politics? Or politicians or the voting process? What is the main point?
Because it looks like now their use is just to chow money and live life. Chow people's taxes, misuse people. I think misuse even resources, because we have so many projects that were started but azang badi fetse. We have so many high unemployment rate, youth, even liberal youth, they also unemployed. So what's the point basically?
Yeah, because I think the only difference, because remember, politicians are funded.
Yeah.
For them to campaign, go to work, kiss babies, try to build a smaller Nyana bridge, because Ramaphosa was building a bridge somewhere in KZN. So now the point of politicians at the end of the day is for them to actually come in and serve the interests of the people who actually funded them. Okay, fine. Voting is also effective because, let's take for an example, between Ramaphosa and Malema, these are two different people.
Yeah.
Right?
But I feel like at some point they're both kissing asses, these political parties.
Depends
Somewhere,
from
somehow.
who. From who?
Somewhere, somehow.
Because the EFF claims that they haven't had any white funding.
But ANC has plenty.
Yeah, John, who's that guy, man? Oppenheimer. Is it? No, it's not John Oppenheimer. What's that guy, man? The CEO guy. Johan Rupert.
Yeah.
Yes, those are the funders. Johan Rupert and also Nicky Oppenheimer. Yeah, his name is Nicky Oppenheimer. Those are the main funders of the ANC and some of these political parties.
So you're saying that's the reason why we have certain white privileges is because of the majority, the party, Erulang.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because, okay, at the end of the day, I come to you, let's say I'm a billionaire, right? And when you're a small town councillor,
yeah.
And I say, in fact, here's $1,000. I need, this land near your kasi, there's a land in Yana, I need this land. What do you think the politician will do?
Obviously.
Money works.
Obviously.
Money talks. So, like, yeah, I think everyone who missed the SONA, I don't think there's many people
there's
actually.
Really there's nothing to watch there. So do yourself a favor and just mize it.
How many hours was that
really
thing?
Mize it. I think it was an hour or less. I think.
Oh.
An hour or less of.
My sister said like SONA didn't last that long because EFF was not there.
I think now we could have had it. We honestly could have had EFF disrupting it. That's the reason why they didn't deliver anything tangible. But now EFF wasn't there. But still, there was nothing.
Maybe I think that's the reason Ramaphosa didn't tackle any issues that people really want to know. Because if EFF was there, they'll be like, hey, what about 1, 2, 3? Hey, what about 1, 2, 3? Because when you check that speech of Ramaphosa, there was no disturbance. It was just smooth sailing. He was just talking. Even if he was lying, no one would piggy him at that point. Right?
So even the speech, you could even tell from the colleagues, man, the comrades, they were like, man, now you are lying. You're over-exaggerating things. And it's even said, the people that are supposed to be carrying us are the ones that are doing this. Because at the end of the day, it's going to impact back to the community and back to them, because it's not like they live in the air.
Yeah. And I think the biggest reason for that no one opposes Ramaphosa at the moment, as I said, there are two factions. There's the Zuma faction and there's also the Ramaphosa section of the ANC.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people who are with Zuma, they were fired.
But
so
then again,
it's
it goes
only
back
yes
to
men.
How can I trust someone who was once the president and now they feel like they want to recorrect, whereas they were in that position to recorrect certain things and make a change? Because of, yes, let's say you are under someone's authority, Mara, you would have at least done something to show I am for change. But now if I say I'm not going to vote for ANC, I'm going to go for Zuma, because guys, let's just think this through. Like, what?
Also,
makes
you're not going to vote for the MK party.
Like, I am a bit conflicted as to what difference are you going to make if you were in that position, and now that they've came for you, you feel like you need to come for them. So it's more of like a petty party. I can show you, and I will take all your,
So okay. I mean, I've been thinking if maybe you're going to vote for a party, most people, we don't do this. I think the best way for you to actually check the correct political parties is to actually go to the background and check who's actually funding these people.
Exactly.
You see, because the funders are the ones who have more leeway or more power to actually sway what the politicians can do, the amount of power they can actually exert to actually execute a task.
So basically our comrades are just the front. But they just kitty puppets whereby somebody behind the scene is doing all the work. And it's like, what was the point? What is the point, Vele?
Voting, you're just changing powers. Someone, maybe a Nigerian was funding Ramaphosa.
Exactly.
Now, maybe someone from Europe is finding Malema.
Yeah. So Nje, every other person who's sitting in the chair is just keeps on doing the greater damage. And also, this past weekend, Department of Health have issued a statement. High rise of STI infections. It's coming Valentine's Day, and it's not just an STI, guys. It's a new one. Basically, it's a new one. So you guys have to be on a lookout for that one, guys. And it's very important that you look after yourselves.
And I know most of your guys don't use protection. I need banana, elna. What do they call it? Unpeeled banana.
That's. Let me read this article. It actually says, between April and December 2023, a total of 167,109 males presented at the public facilities across the province. 67,400, which is 40%, were treated for male mass. The mass data accurately reflects a newly acquired STI.
Guys, I know most of you don't like condomizing. Please make sure that you condomize, because if it's a new STI, we don't know how far, how deadly
it is.
Exactly.
And even though it's been treated, they were just giving antibiotics, and you don't know the dangers of it, as you said. So you guys really need to be careful.
Especially because Valentine's Day is coming.
And also, not even that, we can also buy detesting kids good clicks. Right? If you feel like you trust a person, don't trust the person because wamona and you feel like, oh, they look beautiful, they look handsome, therefore you trust them, or therefore they're clean, because
but
the dangers
it also brings back this whole thing, because some people are scared to tell their partners what's going on. For example, even if now I feel like maybe my partner might have an STI, or maybe it's unsafe to do the whole thing with them, it might feel like they might feel powerless. So, those toxic relationships whereby even the partner is scared. Sometimes there's physical violence and those kind of things.
But I feel like these conversations are the conversations that we really need to have at the end of the day. Like, we need to have these conversations, uncomfortable conversations, because if you're in a relationship, you can't have uncomfortable conversations, then what's the point?
Yeah, so have you ever been in a toxic relationship?
I have.
What was happening?
With a person who was very narcissistic, whereby you do something, they don't address it at that time. They wait for you to do something, and then you address them. You're like, babe, I don't like what you did. And he's like, oh no, but when at 2050 you did this.
So it's one of those people who hold grudges and saying, I'm tall.
Yeah, they're just sitting there with one side eye, waiting for you to just address the wrong that they did. And they just don't accept, man, you wrong. Just accept. When I address
isn't that like serial killer levels?
Yeah, they do that. And it's so sad that you see the narcissistic one that would go is the one that you love. Even if it means he says, babe, I'm outside. You even forget that you haven't spoke to him for the past 3 months. You go out and you're like, this one is mine.
Yeah.
This one.
So it was toxic, but because the toxic relationship, they don't end normal.
They're enjoyable.
Very
enjoyable, to a point whereby when you break up with that person, or maybe if you decide to make a healthy decision, it got you dying. Like, they can even admit you go, because your BP levels would be very high, because you're like, I can't live with this person, but this person brings out the worst in me. They are like that.
There must be a chemical. Then there must be a name for that chemical, because you might call it Stockholm syndrome, but it's not really. At the same time, you love and hate someone at the same time. Like
that is a person is actually capable of killing someone. If you at that stage, you are basically capable of killing the person you love.
Yeah. So what do you think that caused all those things? Is it because of their past relationships?
they've
been in those or they're allowed to do those kind of things, because I don't understand those kind of guys.
To be honest, man. in my experience, with the toxic relationships I've been in, people fall in love with the idea instead of what the person is. So if
can you please elaborate on that?
With my past experiences, I had a boyfriend. I really love that guy. In my head, I have a way, the way he should treat me, the way he does things. But when I'm with him, he does the actual opposite of what I want. And then I still stay stuck with the idea, man, this person could be like this.
Oh, they could do that.
Yeah, okay. You stuck with the idea instead of the reality.
Oh, so like, okay, we once spoke, and I told you that, okay, some people, they can put up a front. For example, Ritabile, maybe I know these are the kind of guys you are into, right?
Yeah.
And then now I go and pretend
to be one of those guys.
And maybe you like guys with shirts and ties and
shirts and ties.
Yeah. Oh, hey, but she also likes this, she also likes that, and then I come to you presenting a false person to you, or presenting something you want.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what you want.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, everyone gets disappointed, man. Because like now I won't give you the real me. Even you won't get what you want.
Eventually, you will feel, this person is not giving the real him. Like, like you can't pretend for a long time. After some time, because remember there was this thing when you start to date a guy has money, and then registration fee or spoiling fee, something like that.
Like you name them by what they can give you.
You understand?
Pizza guy.
Exactly.
And all of that.
So when you starting, obviously you're starting to impress this person. You forget to show your true self. So as time goes by, I noticed, man, this guy is not romantic. He was never romantic from the get-go. But he was just doing it for the sake of...
In the beginning. Yeah, he's trying to give you what he thinks you want. And
exactly. That's how people end up saying, like in toxic relationships, like, I love him and he will change, and he doesn't. They actually do the worst. Each and every single day there's something.
Okay. Let me ask you now. I once in a situation, but this is a long time ago, back as good situation in the corner and things like that. So this girl, like I tried to call her, but she was ignoring my calls, and then I texted her and said, you know what, let's not do this shit is over. Oh, hey. Okay, sorry for sorrying, it's over, like I don't want to hear anything. You know what, she called me back and I said, no, don't leave, and come back. A couple of years later, she was like, the only reason we are in a relationship is because you wanted to end it. So now, how
it is toxic.
It's toxic.
I feel like, and also it's a thing. Maybe for instance, I get where she's coming from. It is toxic, Vel. Sometimes, for instance, you do something that pisses me off, and I keep on telling you, I don't want this, and then you do it, and then there's a point where I'm going to be like, you know what, it's over, right? I'm leaving you. I don't mean it where now you go as far as deleting my numbers and moving on. To me, it's like, oh, you meant it. That's what you wanted. So it's that thing whereby you're definitely going to be pissed. This is exactly what you wanted, and you're going to come back, and obviously it's going to be a very toxic relationship. Okay, so
when I retable, do you accept the break? Oh, in fact, like, have you ever been broken up with?
Yeah.
Like, I'll take you.
And no, I always do the breakup. I always do the breakup.
So the guy that has never come to you and said, hey, Pelil.
No.
How?
No. What happens is that now I'm a reflection. Everybody that knows me, I'm a reflection of the... So how you treat me is definitely how I'm going to treat you. So if now you start with the inconsistency, you're holding back certain things, I do the same thing. To a point whereby if maybe you're going to text after an hour, I'm going to do the same thing. And then I see you get comfortable, I'll suggest, let's call it...
Aren't you perpetuating the toxicity?
Well, you might as well call it whatever.
Okay, guys, as you know, it's the month of love. And the biggest question that we have, me and Ritabile, is that do gender roles actually matter? Because remember, since it's Valentine's Day, do you expect your wife to be cooking on that day? Will you only cook because it's Valentine's Day and you're treating her? So, like, Ritabile, like, can you elaborate? What do you think of gender roles?
I do believe in them and I don't believe them at the same time, right? Because females are expected to behave a certain way, to do certain things because they are females. Like,
which things are
for
those?
example, is like caring, nurturing, looking after everything in the household, whereas men can also do that. I feel like there are certain things that men are supposed to do, which is being a provider. There's no way I can be a provider in this instance, but any other things I feel like we can share. You can care, you can be a nurturer as a man. It's not supposed to just be one-sided. Everything is just relying on me, on the other gender. Whereas when you get back home, you're not caring,
you're just
rough.
chilling.
Yeah, everybody, when you get kontlung, everybody tlamela tsoge because of boso ifihlile. So I feel like you should also have like that side of you, the softness, the caring, the loving.
Yeah. So but it gets tricky, Pella. Like I asked you a question this other day, né?
Yeah.
That okay, let's say but like in their household, like would you also be involved physically, maybe in getting rid of intruders?
Well, there are also I can do much, but not more than you. Like I can be there as your wife sharing. Yes, go.
Or or maybe you can be like the loudest screamer.
Or maybe
there,
I can scream, behind the scenes kind of vibes, or maybe try call for help or something like that. But I feel like security men, guys, I feel like if I were even to be in a relationship with someone at this point, there has to be that sense of security. When I'm with you, I am totally safe. Because there's absolutely no point if when are you going to be the
guy who's hiding with you in the closet there.
I'm afraid of a spider, you're also afraid of a spider. Then
there's no balance.
Exactly, there has to be balance.
Okay. So now, like, here's the thing. Let's say I'm a guy now. Like, do you believe in the whole stay-at-home dad? Like the woman goes to work and then the guy stays at home, cleans, cooks.
It actually depends.
On what?
Let's say maybe my guy is not working, or he got retrenched, or he just finished studying, he's looking for employment. Yes, I will. But stay at home full time, kaboom, no.
Yeah, permanent, like forever.
No! Who's going to provide for my family?
You!
No! Oh no! It's not going to happen.
Oh, okay. So, there are certain gray areas.
Yeah.
Like there are certain things that
there
like
are
is too much.
No.
This is way too much.
No.
So gender roles wouldn't work in that way.
They do apply in my personal life, but they do not apply because I won't have a stay-at-home husband. That can happen. But in instances whereby he's not working and I know he's striving towards getting employment anytime soon, sharp, then we can have that conversation.
Yeah.
And then also, Linda, I can't be I don't see myself as a housewife.
So okay, you want both of you to be working at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say now the guy says, okay, bro, I'm making enough money for both of us. Can't you stay at home
I could still do it. Electricity's gone.
It's too, ne? Bro.
Gender roles, and I'm the one who came late. I'm sorry.
Yeah, guys, it's load shedding, ne?
Is it that dark?
Yeah, it's
actually
semi-dark.
There's a flashlight.
There's a flash. Where's the flashlight, man? Okay, no, let's just wrap up because we can see very like lighting is gonna really affect us. Okay, let's just wrap up on the gender stuff and then.
So, but I am just saying, like in any instances, I feel like we can go to work, Mara, you are going to be the provider of the family because my money is my pocket money. And then at the end of the day, my money can still be my pocket money. You're going to be paying for the house, for example. You're paying for the water bill, electricity, and whatsoever. There are certain things that I'm also going to be doing in the house. Like, you're going to come back to the house, I bought a new bed. You come back, I bought new couches. You come back, honestly, new mirrors. You come, like, there are going to be certain changes that I am also going to be making.
So
not out of your pocket.
Will you discuss those things in the relationship, or there'll just be a mutual understanding?
Not that you discuss. Well, we will discuss, babe, we're getting a fridge. We would have a fridge, we would have sofas, we had certain things in the house. But upgrading, it's me. We women like fleshy stuff. And I would be doing the upgrading. Sninging, I'd be saying, babe, I don't like the paint.
Oh, you want a different kind of shade.
I want a different color. By the time you come back from work, I won't even tell you, the house is painted. It's nice. You
okay, but like you now, you are speaking from a point of view of a perfect wife. I think you are like, one of the rare people who can actually do that.
That's why I'm saying it's yes and no.
Yeah, let me tell you my situation. And I was once in a relationship now, but like it's like I was the wife, It's like I was the wife because now who was checking what's missing, curtains, this is needed, we need to buy this, why don't we have Tupperware, dude, I was like literally alone.
Were you close with your mother when you were growing up?
Oh yeah, like normal close.
And your sister?
Yeah, my sister were very, very close.
Oh, makes sense. Continue.
Yeah, we were very close. So like in that relationship, like I felt like, man, I was doing like things alone, man. Like the other person is like maybe they zoned out. So when you're saying that, yeah, man, I'll be there in the relationship, I'll be buying curtains. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's not like I'll just be sitting and not doing anything. Me saying that my money is my pocket money, there are certain things that I'd also be doing for you.
And the admin as well, Pella, that's hard work as well, you see.
So I'd be working, and then next thing you don't even know that you spoil yourself. I'll buy you chocolates once in a while, buy you lunch boxes work once in a while, buy you something.
And most guys don't know what's needed in the household anyways.
Exactly. They don't. They just give out money. And then sometimes even though you gave me, maybe let's say you gave me 10 rand, not saying the grocery is 10 rand, you'll give me 10 rand. And then once I get to the grocery store, I'm not going to call you and say, babe, short.
Okay. Let me ask you the final question before we wrap up. Like, according to you, like, how should gender roles nowadays be executed? How should things work right now?
I think things have evolved. So, as things have evolved, like, there are certain things they look like we can't accept.
We want specifications. We want specifications.
Like the one that I just spoke about. You also need to have that I feel like as a guy they need to have that feminine,
touch. Yeah, like if at least you can clean, you can.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're very crucial.
You really need to. And also going back to clothes. We can't be at the day and age whereby they say, when you can't wear pants because I'm the man of the house.
That won't work.
So I feel like we have evolved, and therefore some gender roles discredited, because for me they really don't make sense.
Yeah, I'll say a crucial one. Okay, as I told you, I once was in Fat and Set. So what would happen?
Don't do it.
So in that Fat and Set, sometimes you'd find like 4 days, 3 days, we are eating some food I don't understand, bro. Like the food is not nice. So like sometimes we might.
It's the same meal that was cooked a couple of days ago.
No, like the food is just not nice.
But it's just dull.
There was no passion there in the food. Like
So when the relationship was starting, sorry to go back. When it was starting, was the food nice?
No, the food depends on the moods.
Oh.
Yeah. If the mood is bad, the food will be bad.
Oh, fair enough.
If the mood is good. So I went to a certain point that at that time I saw, this person is cooking bad food. So I was like, you know what? No, man, I can see that maybe right now you're not in a mood to cook. Let me just cook.
Exactly.
So you're right. You need at least a guy that can also clean, that can also cook. If laundry needs to be done, they can also do it.
Exactly.
Balance.
Exactly.
What that kind of thing.
In that way, it still applies. But in the old way,
it always have a spy, Baba.
Exactly. Doesn't work at all.
Yeah, but anyways, guys, you can see load shedding. We have no lighting. Bro, like, we're going to have a longer episode, but unfortunately, the situation is like this. But anyways, for now, it's Retabile, Lula Manderson, the Sneyman Podcast.
Adios.
Sharp.